3 is behind the number 2. So we can easily tell that this would require some work. So for example, the roof is in pretty bad condition, but not only the roof in this case, it's also the wood timbers that are in very, very bad condition, especially for the outbuilding number 1. That's probably why it's a little bit out of plumb. And, 1 and 2? Oh, okay, then it's the number 2. Also, the wood siding would require not 100% replacement, but like some replacement, and we can see on the other side of this building that it has been repaired like multiple times and not properly repaired. I would say it's not ideal the way it was done, so that would need also to be completely repainted to protect the wood. The doors would need also to some repairs.
Outbuilding number 1 was corn crib, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And outbuilding number 4, which is the current maintenance shed, was sort of a carriage house and barn.
Yeah, and also the floor has collapsed on the small building.
In building number 2, the small building.
Yeah.
So different timbers.
Yeah. It's closed, right?
And building number 2
Yeah,
is
they're
where they
closed.
did the dendrochronology. They took the sample from.
Yeah.
And that's the one that came back in the 1830s.
I believe so.
I believe it was dated 1850, something like that.
I don't remember,
no?
actually.
Anyway, after 1827.
Yeah.
And outbuilding 1, since it was the corn crib in the 1933 drawings, I think they show it having the slats.
This one.
That would have been there originally. I think it was to the right.
The right at the door.
That had been filled in.
And the last one, the number 3, we haven't been able to go to the. Oh, you did.
I was
to
up
the
on the
second
second floor.
It's also a little bit like unsafe, I would say.
It's closed off by
Yeah.
the village. It's used. I think that's the one that's really used for their maintenance equipment. And there's holes in that roof also.
Yeah.
And there was an earlier fire.
Yeah, we can tell by looking at the timber.
The
frame.
timbers were all charred, and there's documents in the correspondence folder about the insurance claims for the multiple fires here. They talk about vandalism.
So you say the sooner we put a tarp over it, the better?
Yeah, the existing shingles on those roofs are all, beyond salvage. So what you're really doing by putting a tarp on that roof is, arresting and stopping or slowing the deterioration of the timber frame below it, which is really the expensive repair. Roofs are scheduled to be replaced every so many years, but the damage to the frame that by those roofs being exposed will really do structural damage. And now that's been that way, and again, it's there's a period of time when we've been away, and it's understandable why nothing has happened over the last year and a half. So that's totally understandable. But now, as people are out and about, it's really sort of time to sort of tarp the entire roofs, and those tarps will fall apart, from being, from the weather and the wind. But just keep them on until they're ready to do the actual work.
I'm going to make a pitch for that. That we should be able to
It's an
handle.
inexpensive stopgap measure.
Any way it can happen.
There's the census banners.
Throw them together and...
So I think what you're seeing here is, what you're seeing on these two buildings is pretty typical on all the different elevations. So, would you like to go into the main house now?
Yeah, I'd like to show the original siding of the house